Oh, we lost it as soon as we declare attackers. Never mind. We still have a bunch, though. They have to block the Targ. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Partners in Crime is the name of today's deck. Naya, white, red, and green, Bard's class. This is one of the new class enchantments, which is absolutely insane when you get it leveled up. Crimson Vow has released a ton of upgrades for this deck, taking it from what was, kind of a janky combo deck to what I think an actual competitive build. You guys are going to be the judge, though. Let me know what you think in the comments below as you watch today's video. We will break down the deck list, discuss the strategies and synergies, take a look at the gameplay footage to showcase all of that, and then finally wrap up with our final thoughts and deck review, general channel shenanigans. So take the time to support the channel, thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss out on more content as good as this is, right? It's all just baller level status stuff. And of course, join that community Discord as well. We've got contests, tournaments, giveaways, you name it, a ton of ways to help grow your collection on the brand. So let's take a look at Partners in Crime, Naya Bard class. We have a 60 card standard, best of 1, 3.1 average mana value, 4 non-creatures, the Bard's class, to our 32 creatures. 24 land in the build to support the higher mana curve here. However, we do have some ramp in the deck to mitigate that. Jasperia's Sentinel can tap anything and itself to generate 1 mana of any color. The Magnet Brazen Outlaw, a 2/1. Other dwarves get +1/+0 whenever a dwarf taps created treasure herself, which is really nice. And then we can sack 5 treasures to pull a dragon or an artifact out from our library and put it into the battlefield, which is absolutely insane as well. So a few ways to ramp on turn 1, turn 2, and then we have our turn 3 ramp through the God of the Tree, a 1/4 with Vigilance. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, and then other legendary creatures we control will also have that ability to tap to add 1 mana of any color and get Vigilance, which is really sick, right? So between the Sentinel, the Outlaw, and the Tree, there's some really nice creature ramp within the deck, and we also have the mana reduction through Bard's class level 2. So it is an enchantment class. For 2 mana, legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Then we can pay 2, and legendary spells will cast 2 less to cast. This effect only reduces by colored mana, right? So red and green, not generic mana, but that's fine. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is a form of reverse ramp, I guess, cost reduction, to help you be able to play the rest of your deck at a reduced cost. With that being said, Bard's class hopefully, and as a priority, will go to level 3 for 5 mana. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you may play them this turn, right? So we will be reducing the cost of our legendary spells. We'll be playing legendary spells, and that will allow us to draw more legendary spells, and we repeat the process, just filling the field up, playing from the top of our library, which goes into exile, not even our hand, which is really, really nice. Then the stars of the show, you guys. New cards first. Torrens, Fist of Angels. 3 mana, 2/2, training. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human soldier creature token with training. Training stipulates that when this creature attacks, if there is another creature attacking with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature with the training ability, which is sick because we're going to be casting a lot of creatures, so we'll be making a ton of training humans, which is really cool. Those humans will get buffed up through the Demon Fang Knoll, a 2/2 with Pack Tactics. So whenever it attacks, if you are attacking with power 6 or greater, other attacking creatures will get +1/+0 until the end of turn. Crazy. So all these 1/1s now become 2/1s. They train themselves into 3/2s on the very first attack. Cool beans. We have Helena and Alina, partners for 4 mana, 2/3 first strike and reach, not flying, the opposite of that, anti-flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on another creature you control where X is Helena and Alina's power. That creature gains haste until the end of turn. So we're increasing the power of Helena and Alina through playing it from Bard's class, right? Which will allow you to put 3 +1/+1 counters it's insane, right? And then we've got Vorinclex in the deck, which will double all of those counters. So it would go up by 2 counters with the Bard's class. So this is going to be a 4/5, and it will put 4 +1/+1 counters on a creature. And then if you have Vorinclex, it's actually going to be 8 +1/+1 counters that go out, and it gains haste. What? What? I can't even. Helena and Alina plus Torrent's Fist of the Angels are such incredible upgrades to this deck, you guys. It's amazing. We have Mint's Beloved Ranger for 3 mana. It reduces just to 1. It's a 3/3 that would enter as a 4/4, and then the Boo would be a 2/2 with Bard's class in play, right? That's really cool. And then you can pay X until end of turn. Target creature you control has base power and toughness of XX and becomes a giant in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. Kind of ignoring this for the most part because we want to be sinking that mana that we have available into Inferno of the Star Mounts. For 6 mana, it's a 6/6. Spells can't be countered. Flying haste. We can pay 1 red to give it +1/+1. +1/+0. If we can gain ourselves up to 20 power, we'll deal 20 damage to any target, which is actually possible, believe it or not. So this is the deck. I think we've talked about everything here. We're not really ever playing the Prismatic Bridge. It's an option through the treasures, but I wouldn't focus on it at all. The land is just here for consistency, and there is no removal. So you want to just outslap your opponent, right? Just outvalue, and you'll do it. It's not hard with this deck. Get that Bard's class out, level it up, and then just start playing things from your hand, and then playing the rest of the things from exile, right? You only need to play 1 legendary from your hand at the start of the turn to activate that Bard class cycle, and then you're playing the rest of the things from exile for that turn. And keep in mind, you know, the training is ridiculously good. Helena and Alina's plus X 1/1 counters are sick, especially when combined with Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, right? So the deck absolutely slaps. I've been having a wonderful time with it, to say the least. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like the video to show your support. Subscribe to the channel to help me along this journey and my goals. And of course, then you won't miss out on any great content just like this. You can join the community Discord available within the link tree in the description below. Maybe even become a patron. Let's enjoy today's gameplay footage. We'll keep the hand. Land is nice. Veil in play first. This will be a red source for Bard's class. Then we push Bard's class up. We play the Ranger. Ooh, Troll is good. Yikes. Or do we wait and make a ton of tokens? No, there's only 1 white source. Unless we make this white, but we should still just go for it, shouldn't we? And just rush into Inferno Star. And then we've got nice blockers against the Troll. Sorry about that. Let me fix it on my end as well. It forces them into an inscription. I'd assume on the Transcendent Pack Leader. Interesting. Is it a snakeskin as well? Whoa. Okay, this is a strange match. We get the human token, which is nice. And we have Inferno Stars at the ready. At the ready. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's always a red source for Inferno's ability. Let's push the agenda. Salute. Because those tokens have training. Magda makes a counter, and then that treasure gets pushed into Inferno Star, so it's dealing 8 as a minimum. And then we're just going wide. If they crew the Chariot, they only have 1 blocker on 3 attackers. I like it. I like it. Going first. Okay, okay, okay. I'll allow it. Bale out first. We don't have a 1-drop unless we top... Oh, we're going first. I'm just so used to going second that I don't even think about it. Oh, is it turns? Maybe is it tempo? That's interesting, at least. We'll play... Well, we kind of want that treasure, and if we give it vigilance, it doesn't tap. They just bounce it? Okay. Bard's class out. If these transform, I will cry. They don't. Land off the top. Come on. If we don't get a land, we'll play the Targ. Actually, well, no, we'll play Magda. We'll save the Targ for when we have level 3. Sitter. This will engineer a card on top for them. Oh no, that's, I'm thinking of something else. What am I thinking of? It's got Foretell on it. Or not Foretell, the recast. Flashback. I say just go for it. We should have cast the Targ first to play around Wari, but it doesn't matter. So they both get transformed. They can deal 2 damage split up. They could kill Magda. Might not be bad. Yeah, they do. They hit for 3, down to 11. 6 damage. Nice. The vigilance here is pretty deadly. Tark pushes up Essica and itself. They're down to 10, so now we're in a pretty good race. I'm just worried about more bounce effects. And we can play either the Inferno Star or Vorinclex next turn. They take the turn off as well. To draw, that's great news. We have Reach. We still have Reach. That was the wrong bounce. Elena and Alina. Partners. First Strike and Reach, which is incredible. Plus the 2 counters every combat. Like, what? What? Okay, okay. Nice card. It happens to the best of us, you guys. It happens to the best of us. Only vigilance if Essica's in play. The Reach is pretty good against the Izzet deck, admittedly. It's cold in here. Snowed out last night, you guys. Snowed out, man. Oh no. Oh no. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I seen Strider in chat too. Shout out to Strider. Going first. Not a great hand though. The land is good. There's no 2-drops. There's no Bard's class. I have to mulligan this. This is better. We can throw Forest back. Red, green, white. Seems good to me. Oh, mono white. Lovely. Can't wait. Should be exciting. With no Magda, it's going to be hard to get into level 3. Naya is not the greatest against us. The first strike is nice. Beloved Ranger in play for 4/2/2. No attacks. They have first strike. Nice. They take the token, too. No attacks, at least. Last turn. Did they not play to go to Knight? Or do they just have more exile? Hard time getting into that last class level. Warnclax is our first play. We'll keep Inferno. Right, because as they play more creatures, Vorinclex's trample is less effective. Really? Are you insane? I absolutely love that trade. This is a 1/1 with a token. We could push it up. And this is a 2/2 with a token. So it would stay as a 2/2. This could go to 3. Not helping us. Not helping us. And they're sitting on first strike, right? 3/3 first strike, plus the 2/2 is 5 first strike damage, so until we can get around that, which apparently here we won't. Dang. It's not a double cast, though, at least. Vorinclex is great with training. And then we train the mouse, right? Oh, the mouse doesn't have training. Like, this is a... Yeah, so the mouse can't grab it. Still think this is correct. Right, they each get 2 counters from Vorinclex. So it's a 5/5, a 4/4, a 3/3, and a 7/7. There's no way we get out of this alive. We attacked into first strike because this was a 3/2 with the training. My bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. You dingling. We lost Vorinclex. They need to double cast. And they'll take Tauren. Do they have a 1-drop? Shit. They get a draw and the Moon Ranger flips. They might take the mouse, though. I don't know. No, they take Tauren. Right? Welcoming Vampire blocks. And then the Pupil blocks as well. But then they need to not cast. And we can push it to 9. We're holding our own at the very least, right? And we have to definitely push this envelope as hard as we can. We'll dump into this. And then we can be drawing, playing off the top. Yes! How often do you beat a mono white deck? That was a top ranked mono white deck as well. That is ranked number 800, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Wee! On the draw, as always. But we have a Bard's Class, we have a Magda. That's really nice. Ooh, gets even better. This is our white source on 3. Hello, good game. What are we playing against? Oh, is it turns? They taunt me, you guys. They taunt me. They're like, I know how much HGG hates this deck. So I'm going to hello, good game them. Not once. Not twice. Not 3 times. But 4 times. And then I'm going to rope them. Nice. This can be a red source. Bard's Class in play. Nah, we're just having fun. Some more. Some more. Let's go. If you keep playing this slow, you're not going to make it into the YouTube video. The Wandering Mind, that does seem original. I'll allow it. You have my attention, sir. Madame. Wari, who cares? Let's go as wide as we can, right out of the gate. I mean, is there a better turn 3 play than playing a 4-4 and a 2-2? When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 6. You may reveal a non-creature from it. Flying, and we're not ever going to increase the power of this, so let's just smash. Let's trade. And then that's going to keep our attacking lane clear on the other creatures that we have, unless they play more creatures. Fist for 2, which would leave us 2 into Essica. Essica taps the Ranger for Magda. Or do we just push into the Bard's Class and gain that advantage for later? I say go for it. Oh, wow. This is really good. Do we play Magda or Essica? We could play them both. Or we hit for 4. We should probably hit for 4. That was supposed to be a green source as well. Doesn't matter. Force them to have the field wipe. Right? This is nasty if they don't. If they have a field wipe, good for them. If not, we're laughing. We are laughing like a hyena. God of the Tree should dodge things. We're good. We're good. We're laughing. Force him to have it. Force him to have it. We have 4 creatures in play with training. All of them triggered. Nice. We have Vigilance, so let's do this first. You're one Fading Hope. Let's see if they block the Targ. Because we are in combat, so we don't lose this until combat's over. Oh, we lost it as soon as we declare attackers. Never mind. We still have a bunch, though. They have to block the Targ. And they're still getting hit for 10. Oh, yeah, this is just super lethal. Super duper lethal, you guys. Wow. Fading Hope is an appropriate card. Going first, we're going to mulligan, look for better land. It is here. Keep 6. Throw a duplicate of a legendary away. Tap land in first. This is a green source. Hey, let's go Magda. I mean, how do you not Magda on turn 2, right? It could be Spike Field. Dang it! But they're not playing it as a land now. Maybe they brick. If they hit us with a Spike Field Hazard and then a Walrus Disruption, and they are, or it wouldn't be tapped here. Yikes. But it's not a land. Maybe they're bricking because we're forcing these lands out to the side. They're not. They're not. They're hitting these perfectly. I'm scared. We got burned a couple times in a row there. Yikes. Good value for them. And they still have 5 mana. If we can top deck on land, then they'd counter Vorinclex. Okay. Force them to have it. That last match, they didn't have it. You know what I mean? If you can always play that game, force them to have it. Maybe, you know, it's 50-50. And that's good. We get 6 damage through. They toss Burn Down the House because it doesn't deal with Vorinclex. Nice. Little did they know it deals with everything else we have. They have single target for it, though, instead. There's no way. There's no way we get out of this alive. Literally no way. We have 2 mana up. Targ in play as well. Do they have a second Burn Down the House? They divide Clexi. That's alright, it has haste. They have 3 mana left. Do they kill Helena and Alina? No. Hit for 4. Thank you. Down to 11. They go up to 12. Up to 14 with sciences. Oh, they discard sciences. They say the treasures are enough. I need removal. Expressive iteration. They can play a land that will allow them 6 mana. We are sitting on lethal next turn if they don't interact with us. I really like Helena and Alina. That is a good card. Good card, good card. They're definitely thinking through their options here. Maybe what they were presented isn't as straight cut as they'd like it to be. Trying to somehow figure out a way. They take the draw. There's the bottom. Here's the exile. It's a land. They play the land. They're at 6 mana. Our turn. They have to deal with this. They have to deal with this. The Celestis can only be activated at sorcery. But, you know, tapping for any color of mana right now. Vorinclex is a pretty cool card, man. Lots of people forgot about Kaldheim. You know, Alderand's Epiphany kind of stole the spotlight. But there were lots of good things in Kaldheim. It's a divide. Yikes. We're spreading the love. That way it's not all on the targ. 3 mana left for them. They bounce the targ. Which we can replay because we have vigilance. Hitting for 5. Targ active. Vorinclex still ready to rip. So they have to deal with the field, and they need to hold up to deal with Vorinclex. They've already cast 1 Fading Hope, 2 Divide by Zeros. So there's more answers. There's more answers for sure. We have a really nice hit. Helena and Alina has been putting in work. I like even making them sit there and think about their turns, right? Typically, this is such an overpowered deck that our opponent's using that you can't do anything about it. Until the rebirth of Bard's class here today, which has some amazing upgrades in it. It almost makes the meta worth playing. That's a time. That's a timeout, baby. Let's go. Wow. So they have a burn down the house, but we still keep the 3/6. Okay. Worst case scenario, just take all the turns in the world until you win, right? Can we defeat pure evil? They're up to 8. They draw and discard. Four cards in their hand. Push up the targ. We don't push up Vorinclex because we know it's going to get bounced anyways. They allow us to attack, which puts the ability out. Pack Tactics is on the stack. We'll go to blocks. We can double the targ. That's a good card. Let's see where these blockers go. How they block the targ. We lose Vorinclex. Dang. No trample through this activation, hey? Really close. And I think we probably just lose here. I think we just lose. Right, they're just gonna bounce everything we have. If we could top deck a, if we could top deck without them having instant speed removal and Inferno Star. And they have 4 in hand. It's gonna be hard to come back from this. Really hard to come back from this. Hullbreaker Horror is sick. No instant speed in their hand. We top deck an Inferno Star. They draw and now have 3/4 mana. Yeah, yikes. Rip. We got pretty close. They got pretty lucky. All-Run's Epiphany wins the game for them again. Without that All-Run, we would have won the game. I just don't see a way out of this. They'll just hit us for 7, lethal in 3. We tried. We tried. We tried. With the Celestis, too, that draw discard is nasty. If they get a Liar out, it's game over for sure. The land doesn't help either. Do you have another spell here for a double bounce? We just scoop out, right? Like, this is silly. This is silly. Good game. We got close. We got close. It's good enough. Did you see the turning point, though? All-Run's Epiphany. It gave them the extra turn they needed. It gave them the blockers to survive. I don't know about that card, Wizards. What are you guys thinking? Alrighty. Partners in Crime. A Naya Legendary Bards class deck is a ton of fun. In a stale meta, this is exactly what I want to be doing. It is not grindy. You know, if things go wrong, whatever, let's just start powering up our field again. And, man, I'm having more fun with this deck than I've had with any other deck this set. Let's leave it at that, right? Really looking forward to kind of fine-tuning this and playing with it a lot more. Redain doesn't get reduced through Bard's class, which is sad, but it is a legendary, which would trigger it, and it could increase the cost of All-Run's Epiphany. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The same goes for Thalia, being a legendary that's not reduced, available to us within white to push out that Epiphany. Do we ignore those, and do we just use that in the sideboard, right? Do we sideboard against the Epiphanies and make it a best of 3 deck? I really can't decide. I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video to show your support. Join the community Discord via the Linktree link below, and maybe even become a patron. More importantly than everything today, have a magical day yourself, and we'll see you soon in the next.